sports. It's in the game.
That wasn't a lucky play. That was just good football.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to South Florida at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Hurts throwing right away. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Here's Hurts to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And this won't be enough. A good secured tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. It's a gain of 6, but not enough, as they'll be forced to punt on their first drive of the game. They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. They'll go to Barkley again. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? Five or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive. Throwing is Hurts. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Dolphins touchdown. So just a tremendous play there defensively on this opening drive. Not just to make the interception, but to take it all the way home.
And it felt like this was a defense that was on its heels a bit to start this thing off.
Yeah, they pretty much let the other guys march right down the field until that moment.
Yeah, key play there. Turned it all around. Big moment. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And you wonder, I mean, is it even possible, especially for the quarterback, to mentally reset after that quick of a turnaround?
Well, we're certainly going to find out, aren't we?
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith, 75 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Elliott good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Off of play action. Tagovailoa. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he'll be knocked to the turf right there as he gets it up to the 43. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. Under a minute to go, clock running, and a back-and-forth first quarter of play. They fake the handoff, now Tua. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defensive credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
Dancing to his left. Throw caught by Achane. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 44-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They'll get this up to the 34, and a good lane opening up right away for it. 7-7, our score after 1. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it with a first. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane, 34 yards. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down. Hurts sets up to throw it. That one complete down the field to Smith. Touchdown, Philadelphia! Devontae Smith with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Elliott good with a PAT, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 64 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. 23 yards the final tally. Up the middle, Achane. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Brought down that time by Nolan Smith. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Smith catches left side. And the Dolphins are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. They'll run. Achane. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. He's a little too aggressive there from his Mike linebacker spot.
Sometimes you jump into gaps trying to draw them off sides. This time he tricked himself.
Achane will score. Touchdown, Miami. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the second time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way you can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get... The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from Santa Clara. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. On the ground, here's the fourth-round pick from April's draft. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one, 28 yards on the ground. That's quite a way to start this football game on the ground right away. They're almost near midfield.
And that run, whether you're for this team or against them, it brings you out of your seat, doesn't it? Because that's an exciting way to get things rolling. Now you've got to hunker down on defense and not permit another first down run.
And he'll work down inside the 45.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. From the 44-yard line, here's second down and 7. Back to throw, Purdy. And this one is incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Here's Purdy now on 3rd and goal. That is caught. 20. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. But Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their 38. On the ground, this is Devon Achane. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Inside the 10, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devon Achane, 62 yards. And the Dolphins are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. And with the play clock about to expire, Kyle Shanahan's going to use a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Second and a couple. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Purdy going to give it to Garindo. 42 yards rushing for him now to this point.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
This 2nd and 4.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
McCaffrey running up the middle. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 7 yards there and a first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
Here's 2nd and 7. They'll try the middle with Garindo.
And some room to work.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
These two teams all tied after 1. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
They run over center with Mitchell.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Handoff here, Garindo.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Second down and 6 now. Another try for Garindo.
And he'll get this down close to a first down at about the Dolphins' 17. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Hey, Mike 20, Mike 20. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Cut my team, cut my team. 20, Mike 20, Mike 20. We want this.
Give him 2 on the play there. And it'll be first down, 49ers.
And what a weapon to have when you can use your quarterback as a short yardage runner and pick up first downs.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, Mike 20, Mike 20. Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know. Kill.
On the give, it's Garindo.
He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
2nd and 6 from the 10.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Second and 6.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Kyle Juszczyk, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers have now taken the lead.
Moody good with the extra point.
And that makes the score 14-7.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. It really doesn't get much easier than the last drive. One play, and they took it all the way to the house on the touchdown run.
And you know how many times we talked about that's exactly how they drew it up, because essentially every play that's drawn up in an offensive playbook, if everyone does their job perfectly, should go for a touchdown, right? That's one that actually did. Give a little credit to those big fellows up front, too. They sprang their man for not only a big gain, but 6 points.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
A run straight ahead with Achane.
And some room to maneuver. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
92 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ball game.
Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Man, let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
2nd down and 3. Again, it's Achane. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
On 2nd down, a run by Achane.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches.
They'll run for it with Achane.
And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
On the handoff, it's Achane.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. 2nd and goal from the 1. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Jonnu Smith in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Dolphins have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Mike McDaniel, no hesitation on his end. He's telling his offense to go for 2.
Tua, the final shot before half. And oh, it'll be intercepted.
It's Jair Brown who's got it. And the Niners are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off.
And a nice return, but he's going to pay for it as they knock him down hard at the end.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And how about this line out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. And the Dolphins are going to recover.
Yeah, we saw that one up here, CD. Offensive team, they touched that before it went 10 yards.
Obviously, such a fine line, letting it go the required 10 yards, but also getting to it before the hands team can. Just didn't time it out right, and that results in a flag.
Up the middle, Achane.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Right back to Achane on second down.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down. He covered a lot of ground, great blocking, and now they can sniff that end zone.
They certainly can, and because of that run, maybe you come back and fake it to him on this play and throw a little play out.
He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Braxton Berrios from 3 yards out.
And the Dolphins have taken the lead here in this third quarter. Tua and the Dolphins offense staying put. They'll go for 2. Tua going to try and throw for it.
Eluding the pressure right. And he will find the end zone here, and the lead moves up to 7. And with a successful two-point try, the QB rolling out, I would imagine on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass.
Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the quarterback, someone to account for him, because oftentimes that is the unaccounted for player.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. The defensive line made pretty easy work of the offensive line that time.
And people get tired of the cliche that the battle is won in the trenches. But it's a cliche because it's true. And how about the battle right there? One on the edge, and the ball carrier did not benefit.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Here's 3rd and 7. Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. Looking right side, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Jordan Poyer.
You got to know as a quarterback that's going to be tough to outthink this guy in the defensive backfield. He's been at it 11 years now, so he knows all the ins and outs of the position, and he's in the right spot there to come up with the interception.
Now Achane on 1st and 10.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
That's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. Boy, 179 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Achane here, they stay on the ground.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. second down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed him down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
3rd and 4. They'll give this to Achane.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Sanders' kick is good, and the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
So now, Charles, this drive may be a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter.
Here we go, D, get off the field.
On 2nd down, a run with Garindo. And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
They'll run with Garindo.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
A handoff running right, Garindo.
And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
2nd and 10.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Play action, now Purdy. And that's going to be incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 26. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset.
All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Kendall Fuller.
And the Dolphins are going to take over once again.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to South Florida at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Here's the Spring League star, Jake Bates, to get us started. And we are underway from Miami. And we will not see a run back on the opening. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League comes to you from Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, Michigan. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from Ford Field. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Play action. It's Goff. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, how about the challenge we're seeing here in this game early? Man coverage against some fleet receivers. That time, the defense won.
Goff going to shift him around.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. Goff now looks to throw.
And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep.
And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
Now a 2nd and 6. A man who was the Georgia State High School Player of the Year in 2020. Here's Jahmyr Gibbs.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Now they'll change things up. Going back to Gibbs on first down. And he's got it to about the 40.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And meanwhile, Goff's throw complete there to St. Brown.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 26. Now a play fake, and it's gone. Rolling to his right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Tim Patrick, 26 yards.
And the Lions are on the board first here this afternoon.
He was able to move around and found some vision to throw the football. And how about how he ended it? Boy, he had some zip on that throw.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to have an arm like that. Results in the touchdown here. Great play offensively. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
To end the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line.
They'll run. Here's Devon Achane.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Now run by Achane.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That's now consecutive 5-yard carries to pick up the first down.
Well, partner, if the defense isn't going to adjust and they keep giving them those 5, 6, 7-yard runs over and over, they're likely to run it the whole way to the end zone. They'll be more than happy to take the yardage available and save some of their other plays in the playbook for another time.
To his throw, caught by his receiver, Hill.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. From midfield, here's Tua.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Now a 2nd and 10.
On play action, here's Tua. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 31-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill.
Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10.
First carry now for David Montgomery. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Now 2nd and 3.
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he'll be brought down, looks like right at the 40. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Off play action. Here's Goff. They'll roll him out right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 24-yard line. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
On 2nd and 10, Goff. That's complete to Laporta. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Again, Goff. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
To throw on second down is Goff.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. To the air again, Goff. And that is caught. What a catch inside the 5. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. They go ahead and snap it. Goff. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up on 4th and goal from the 4, and the Dolphins celebrate their goal line stand. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
And in for the Lions touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown. As the first half is winding down, and the Lions will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the second half, give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Play action. Now it's Tua. Tua hit, and the ball is out. And this is scooped up by the big fella. Still going inside the 20. And into the end zone. A scoop and score on the fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. Now the try here for the point after. And it is now 21-0. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Hill. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Tua going to throw. That is incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Tua with a throw brought in by Hill. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, You got to make sure of what you're doing.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hill. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 21. Tua sets up to pass it.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions are going to have it here at their own 15.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half. This carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And they'll be stopped right at the 30. On a play that started back at the 15, they pick up 15. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Here's Goff. Sliding out of the pocket. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Jared Goff with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon.
And the Lions will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Point after, right down the middle. And it is 28-0. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Well, the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa.
They'll let this go deep for Waddle.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Lions are going to take...
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League comes to you from Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, Michigan. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from Ford Field.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Right to the air. Here is Goff. First play of the game going to be intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland.
And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy. It's not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Here's 2nd and 10.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Hill diving, and he's got it full extension. What a catch.
So roughing the passer call is accepted, and this officiating crew not making very many friends here with this crowd.
Yeah, we all know that everyone accuses the officials of kind of playing to the home team, but not in this case. They're just trying to minute.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown.
Devon Achane
taking it in from 11 yards out.
And the Dolphins take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Well, partner, not exactly the way they drew up the start of this one, but a chance to redeem themselves and hit the reset button here on their 2nd possession.
And I do like that word that you just used, reset, right? In a lot of ways, it's just shaking off what happened before, starting fresh, almost like it's your first drive all over again. Go out and put your best foot forward.
From the 50, it's Goff. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
It's complete downfield out left to his running back. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open.
Touchdown!
Jahmyr Gibbs.
An 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Lions are an extra point away from drawing level.
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And they'll let that one go as it skips. The back of the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Right back to Achane on second down. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 41 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45. Achane hit, and the ball is out. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
Do you remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Buying time to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And once he escaped the pocket there, he tried to keep those eyes downfield, but nothing was materializing. So he makes a smart move and gets that to the sideline.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Back to throw. Goff. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Now a give running right is Montgomery. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. To throw is Goff. Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass, and the Lions have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 14-7. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, Get out there now and get some points on this drive.
On first down, back to Achane.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And this is where coaches sometimes fall into different camps. Your guy just fumbled. It led to a touchdown. Do you stay with him, or do you put him in the doghouse? This is definitely a show of confidence here as he's right back out there and carrying the ball again.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Now Tua signaling to change things up. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 34-yard line. Now Tua.
Finds Hill on the crossing route, complete.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That one goes for 30 yards.
Now they'll audible to something else.
Looking to pass. Tua. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Jonnu Smith from 4 yards out.
And the Dolphins are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives. We'll see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm...
In a double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Here's a diving catch right side. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Here's Tua.
And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Aleem McNeil in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw.
Throw caught by Achane.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Short throw to Smith. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down.
Up the middle, Achane.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. Again, it's Achane.
And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Tua looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
So 4th down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit.
The kick by Sanders is good. And the Dolphins have come back now to regain the lead.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
This one fielded in the end zone. He'll opt not to bring it out. A touchback, and they'll begin at the 30-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Open man right side is St. Brown. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. Goff going to move his guys around a bit. They'll look to throw now on first down. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket, no. Here comes the flag. We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Now it's Goff. Finding room at midfield. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Out of the gun. Goff. That is caught. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
From the red zone now, Goff. He's got it. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Gibbs is into the end zone. A touchdown, Lions. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and they actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. A gutsy call there. Yates at the locker room with a lead. Tried the onside kick. It didn't work.
And you just wonder what the gain was there. They were already in the lead. They were in control of the game. They may have given momentum now to their opponent and maybe kick-started things going in the opposite direction.
Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. On play action, here's Tua. It's caught. Smith. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. But he's turning in a nice performance. Remember, he had the touchdown earlier, and this time he's able to beat double coverage to grab it.
I think that if he weren't worried about a taunting penalty, he'd run by the opposing team's bench and say, guys, 2's not going to be enough. You better get some more guys trying to cover me. He knows how to get open downfield.
Now Achane on 1st and 10.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They'll set up to throw. Flushed out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback. So that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This from 54 yards away. And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end, and that will keep this a 4-point game. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their background. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football in the places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
Off play action. Here's Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down. Goff throwing again.
He's got his running back out of the backfield. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Detroit.
Jared Goff with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon.
And the Lions' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And Hill will opt for the touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to...
There he goes, right side. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Jack Campbell with a pick.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10.
At their own 20-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Flush to his right.
This pass down the field for Gibbs.
And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
From the gun, Gibbs will get it.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Goff now looking to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. Final minute now of the third quarter.
Right back to Achane on second down.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
They'll run. Achane.
And he's going to bowl his way into the end zone for the Dolphins score.
Devon Achane.
His second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Dolphins have retaken a third-quarter lead. The two are going to try and throw for it.
And he's got it. The try for 2 is successful, and it pushes the lead up to a field goal. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now Montgomery running right, and he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Goff now to throw. Escaping the pressure right, and he wisely will throw that one away.
I thought at first he tried to run, but he just kept buying time to his right. Finally, nothing there. He wisely gets rid of it.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Goff now looks to throw. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Desperation time for Goff on 4th. Eluding the pressure right. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. Goff. Flushed out right. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. He was out there waving his arms, and when you get a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
4 yards the pickup, first down. Goff. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Montgomery. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Second down and a little more than a yard here.
Here's Goff.
That pass caught. It's Williams.
And in for the Lions, touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Jared Goff.
And the Lions answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth-quarter lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 4-point game. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Play action. Now it's Tua.
That's going to be caught downfield by Hill.
And they get him to the ground quickly, but he's out near midfield at the 49-yard line. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Now Tua going to change the play. Right back to Achane on second down.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
Here's first down. Now Tua. Achane here. They stay on the ground.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
2nd and 7, operating from the 34. Throwing Tua.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the fourth quarter.
And, partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
This is 1st and 10.
Goff now to throw. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
Here's second down.
Now it's Goff.
He's got this to Williams, complete.
And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 up to the 33. Here's 1st and 10. Tua.
He's going to let it fly.
This ball intercepted. picked up by Afitu Melifonwu. And the Lions have just about sewn up this football game.
When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that, because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball.
And yet again, Goff is intercepted.
Picked off by Jalen Ramsey.
Oh, that's sweet.
What an effort. And the Dolphins come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, like all great...
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you get a look inside Gillette Stadium here in Foxborough. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway in Foxborough.
And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback.
And with the play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
First carry now for Ramondre Stevenson.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield, but as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a first down.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Here's 2nd and 3. Again, it's Stevenson. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll run with Gibson. And he's going to have a Patriots first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd and 7. To the air, May. He'll dump this down to Stevenson.
It'll go as a gain of 4. And now it's 3rd and 3. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
They'll try and run for the first with Stevenson.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Just to pick up a 3, but that is indeed enough.
Check.
Straight ahead, it's Stevenson.
And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I'd keep going back to him.
Undercrunch.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
You.
Now May to throw on 2nd down. That's out to the flat for Gibson.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play.
We're scoreless after 1. Start of the 2nd quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football. They'll get this complete to the rookie from Washington.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 18. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving.
How about a nod to the sequence of plays they're putting together here? This has been death by 1,000 paper cuts on this drive. But this is one of their best plays yet, and they're able to move it down into the red zone.
Stevenson now on 1st and 10.
And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
They run once more with Stevenson.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal.
Here's Stevenson.
And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Check 26, check 26.
Stevenson going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk.
Check the heartbeat.
They'll run with Stevenson.
And he is in. Touchdown, New England.
Ramondre Stevenson
Taking it in from a yard out.
And the Patriots post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Joey Sly on for the extra point.
And he gets it to make it 7-0 Patriots.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line.
They'll run. Here's Devon Achane. He finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. He'll let this go deep for Waddle.
This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this deep into Patriot territory. It's a big play there for Miami. 59 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone.
A run straight ahead with Achane.
Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Right back to Achane on 2nd down.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown.
Devon Achane.
A 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the 1st half. Mike McDaniel, no hesitation on his end. He's telling his offense to go for 2.
They'll try and throw for it. And it's caught. He's got it. So they go for 2. They convert, and along with it, they'll take an 8-7 lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
With his slim deficit closing in on the end of the 1st half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Looking to throw, May. Checking this down to Stevenson.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
3rd down and 1.
This time they stay on the ground. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
47 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. On 1st and 10, it's May.
It puts it on the carpet. It's out.
And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble.
And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away.
Second down, May.
Hunter Henry brings it in. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 36. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And how about this line out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. New England with a first down as they begin the drive.
Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one and set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Consecutive runs of 6 yards gives him a 1st and 10.
Well, you know they had a third down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
Up the middle, here's Stevenson.
Fights loose. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20. Bring it. Bring it. Tight go, tight go, tight go.
On the handoff, Stevenson.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
2nd and 9.
Hey, Mike 20, Mike 20. You don't see me and you're not.
To throw, it's May.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing here is May. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
They red zone coverage there and thought there was some space to send their guy right into the middle on a slant, hoping he would get lost. Instead, they read it quite well and closed quickly.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
So after the 4th down conversion, now 1st and 10 inside the 25.
Check 99. Check 99.
Now a handoff. Stevenson.
And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5. Mike 20. Mike 20. Mike 20. 19-yard line.
Here's Stevenson.
He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down.
They run with Stevenson.
But he will have the 1st down before he's tackled at the 12. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Check 31. Check 31.
Now a run with Stevenson.
And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Check 6 guard. Check 6 guard.
On 2nd down, it's Stevenson.
And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line.
92 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Some good strong running right there, some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Fog down. Stand up there. Hey, watch it. Watch it.
On 3rd down, here's Stevenson.
He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Hey, alert 3. Alert 3.
And now an audible here into something else.
Check 4. Check 4.
This is Stevenson.
And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots.
Ramondre Stevenson.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Patriots answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead.
So now a big spot for the Pats as they'll go for 2. They'll try and run it up the middle. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points. And that helps. That gives them a 7-point lead.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. He's got a man complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Here's Tua. Now Achane on 1st and 10.
And down inside the 40 to about the 38.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Right back to Achane on 2nd down.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Plenty of time left, plus all 3 timeouts. Here's 1st and 10. Again, it's Achane.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. They'll go. Achane.
And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a 1st down.
Up the middle, Achane.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
They come up now on 2nd and 2. And they'll give this to Achane.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Now 1st and goal. Achane is into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami.
Yes, sir, that touchdown puts him in striking distance. And let me tell you something, forget being conservative here. Go for it, go for 2.
Well, going for it on the road. Want to win it right now.
Want to win it right now, have the momentum, go ahead and get it done.
And now they're going to go for 2 and a possible win as this crowd rises to make things difficult. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And now the decision is to go for 2. A gutsy call, and this, in effect, is your ball game right here. Flush to his right. And they do not get it. It's incomplete. They went for the win, and the big gamble does not pay off. So looking at this situation, you should have time for the onside kick and then at least 1 play. And the Patriots are going to recover, and that should just about assure victory. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Well, you really can't ask for much more than what we just had here. Not only a close game that went down to the wire, Charles, but a clean one, too. No turnovers in this contest.
And I think you're exactly right about that. To me, this is just a
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to South Florida at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. They'll start on the ground. Hall. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. Second and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. Fielded just inside the 20. Oh, good move. He did it again. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And this offense set up with a very short field. 1st and 10 inside the 20.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Devon Achane. It was Chuck Clark coming up to make the tackle.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon.
And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Dolphins get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front They won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he's brought down. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. This pass out wide to Hall. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring up 2nd down. On play action, Rodgers. He'll buy some time right. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Hall ought to give up the middle. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Jets with the football here to start the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Davante Adams, 32 yards. And the Jets are an extra point away from evening this one up. Zerline good with a PAT. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The line ready for their next drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 75 yards. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. In motion right goes Adams. A little jet sweep to start the drive. Davante Adams, and he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it up.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. And this is picked up by the Dolphins.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Following the fumble recovery, here's Tua. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. The end result, 21 yards. A run straight ahead with Achane. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. It's caught on the right side. It's Smith. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Tua going to throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill on the touchdown pass from Tua. And the Dolphins go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Right now they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football is certainly paramount right now.
Yeah, and it's not just the guy who dropped it on the last drive, is it? That means everyone who might touch the ball is getting the same message. Guys, ball security, paramount. Let's take care of it, and if we do, we've got a chance to put points on the board.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 2. Throwing now is Rodgers. Open man here is Conklin. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Steps away to his left. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
Brandon, there was more on his mind there than just getting to the 1st down marker. Saw an opportunity to get a big play and was going to let the defense do a lot to stop him from getting there.
They'll run with Hall. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. They fake the give. Now Rodgers rolling to his right. Got a man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Jeremy Ruckert, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets have got it back to within a score. Zerline back within a touchdown at 21-14. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Short throw to Smith. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. On play action, here's Tua. Throw caught by Achane. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout.
as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Setting to throw on first down is Tua. Now throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. Over the middle to Smith. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. A 33-yarder from the left hash. Sanders' kick is good. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So the 2 teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They've reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Jermaine Johnson credited with that sack. I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the third quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get them going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said, that they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the second half and puts us in a position to find a way to win the game.
Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this third quarter. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. Now Rodgers on the bootleg. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, these are the situations that really test the defense, those sudden changes. They're already inside field goal range to start the possession. Their goal now, keep it to a long kick, if indeed they end up trying one.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. On the draw, it's Hall.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Now Rodgers. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. It's Devontae Adams hauling it in from Aaron Rodgers. And the Jets are back within a score. Zerline good with a PAT. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Tua. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Tua with a throw brought in by Hill.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw complete there to Smith.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already...
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers.
A short throw to Conklin, the tight end.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Working from the gun, Rodgers.
A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. And, he takes a shot at the end of that play.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line.
It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets 1st down. Back now in Miami. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the 4th quarter. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. A very solid gain of 27.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They're
fighting his way in for a Jets touchdown.
Breece Hall
taking it in from 7 yards away.
And the Jets have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. I don't want to say that they're completely against the wall here, Charles, but all of a sudden, with the run that they've been on the other sideline, this is down to a 3-point game. They got to be careful.
Not much space from their back to the wall, though. So you're exactly right. They've got to be careful here. But this is where the value of note-taking and recall comes into play. What was working earlier? Why was it working? Can you get those types of matchups again? And can you run those plays that get you a little bit more breathing room and a little bit of space?
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Being chased out left. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Straight ahead is Hall. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 2 straight runs of 5 yards, 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. That'll be complete to Allen Lazard. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They come up on a 1st and goal with this game still hanging in the balance. Here's a give to Hall. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line.
If you're going to keep these guys out of the end zone, you've got to be able to commit to stopping the run. And that's a nice job there getting the safeties involved in run support.
Here now, 2nd and goal. To throw is Rodgers. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Aaron Rodgers hitting Allen Lazard. And the Jets have taken a 4th quarter lead. Zerline now for the PAT. And that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Throwing Tua. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Tua. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. Now Tua. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And the Jets have just about sewn up this football game. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. A little clock management 101.
Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. They'll run with Hall. And he will have a Jets first down